Wait a minute. Wow. What's good, everybody? My name is Noel Rodriguez, and in today's video I'm actually going to be reviewing the final protein product I did review from the One Up Nutrition supplement series. Right, so in previous videos we actually reviewed the ISO versus the whey. I actually had them both side by side and I compared them, and I actually was able to explain their differences from one another. Well, I ran out of ISO. I don't have ISO with me no more and all that, and I actually ran out of my favorite protein, which is the coconut ice cream, right? But I was able to get some chocolate egg white dairy-free protein, which we're actually going to review right now. Alright, so let's start with the nutritional content, or well, let's start with appearance. So it pretty much comes in a package similar to all the other ones. There's no difference. As you can tell, this one is brand stinking new. I haven't opened it, so I'm actually going to taste it in front of y'all completely to see how it tastes. Alright, so now let's go into the nutritional values. So in the previous video we talked about how ISO gives you more or a better nutritional value for less servings, pretty much. So it goes through more processing than the whey does, so it gives you a better protein. So it gives you less calories. It gives you the exact same protein content with less carbs, less calories, less fats, right? So if we go over here and we put the ISO versus the egg whites and ISO, so if you remember correctly, the ISO has 109 calories, right, per serving. The whey has 134, and this one has 108. So this one actually has less calories than the ISO, at least 1 calorie less. Then if we go from calories from fat, the whey or the ISO has 5, this one has 18, this one has 0. Right? If we go from the total fats, ISO has 0, this one also has 0, and this one has 2 grams. From the saturated fat, ISO has 0, saturated fat on the whey is 1 grams, and the saturated fat on the egg whites is gonna be 0 also. The cholesterol is where it changes a little bit. Remember, this is a dairy product. So the cholesterol on the ISO has 8 milligrams. This one has less, has 5 milligrams. Now this one has 1 gram. 1 gram of cholesterol. Not really that bad, to be honest. Sodium content also changes a lot in between all three. So the sodium content on the ISO is 50 milligrams. This one is 98 milligrams, and this one is actually 303 milligrams, which is kind of, in my opinion, kind of high, to be honest. And that's per scoop. So if you take 2 scoops, that's what, 606 milligrams? That's kind of high to me, to be honest. Alright, so moving on, if we go to the potassium level, the ISO has 175 milligrams, this one has 310, and this one has 341 milligrams. If we go to the total carbohydrates, the ISO has 1 gram, which remember, it gives you less carbohydrates if you're actually watching your carbohydrate intakes and your macro intakes, pretty much. This one has 6 grams, and this one has 3 grams. So the ISO at least is still winning per serving so far, except for this one only has 1 calorie less, literally 1 calorie less. All right, the dietary fiber. So the dietary fiber, the ISO has 0, this one has 0, and this one has 1 gram actually. 1 gram. Sorry, I was reading that wrong. Now let's go to the sugars. So the sugars, the ISO has 0 grams. This one actually has 4 grams, and this one has 0 grams. So when it comes to the protein, all 3 of them, or no, the ISO and the egg whites have the exact same content of grams, protein grams per serving. So the ISO has 25 grams, The egg whites have 25 grams, and this one, the whey, has 23 grams. So the ISO has, per serving is 32 grams, which is a scoop. This one is 37 grams, and this one is actually 34 grams. The main ingredient on the whey ISO is the whey protein isolate. It also has natural flavors and non-GMO sunflowers, lecithin, sucralose, and stevia, right? And some leaf extracts in it. The main ingredients on this one is gonna be egg whites or egg white powder from what was it? Chickens not treated with hormones and antibiotics, non-GMO pretty much. It also has the sunflower lecithin and sucralose. And the main ingredients in the 1UP whey is cross-flow ultra nano filtered and co-processed instant-size whey protein concentrate and hydrolyzed whey protein isolate. Pretty much right here. Now, this is my absolute favorite protein. This is my go-to protein right here, the coconut ice cream. I absolutely love it. I go through it like it was candy, in my opinion. So now we're actually going to take a little preview on how much or how this one tastes. This one is the chocolate one. So let's go ahead, and we're actually going to be mixing it with almond milk. So let's go over here real quick. Alright, I'm gonna put 8 ounces of it. 8 ounces. Alright. And instead of doing my usual serving, which is usually 2 scoops, I'm actually just only gonna do 1, just for video purposes, just so I can tell you all how it tastes. And as you can see, this is regular powder. Where is the scoop? Right here. All right, so the scoop is the exact same size as all the other scoops, just about J tall, J wide. All right, and we're going to take 1 full scoop. I'm gonna put it right here, and we're going to see how this bad boy tastes. Go ahead and seal it before I let it fall. All right. Alright, and for everybody, if somebody has a question of what milk I use the Almond Breeze Unsweetened Original, which only has 30 calories per serving. So 1 cup is 1 serving. So usually about 8 ounces, I think it's a cup and a little bit more. So about, let's say, roughly 40 calories extra. So, alright, so I can still see some powder in. Maybe I'm not. Alright, now it's completely gone. I always lick this part top part. This is mine. This is my own personal one. Alright, so let's go ahead and taste it. Wait a minute. Wow, that is really smooth. That is good. This is delicious. Come on. This is actually really good, guys. So far, I'm liking it. To be honest, I think I might actually buy it again because it actually tastes delicious. And in my opinion, it seems to be a little smoother. This one, at least the texture of it, it's not as creamy. I do like my proteins a little creamy. But it actually tastes very delicious. Now, something I want to mention, this is that it's 100% dairy-free protein. So if you have stomach issues and all that, this might be the protein for you. All right, that is all I got for you guys today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. If you like this content of this channel, please like, subscribe, as it will really help me. I'm trying to get back to the community as much as I can, as much knowledge as I can. And until next time, I'll see y'all later.